Dr. Prabhadikari and Dr. Olinda Pereira. I am extremely happy to be here in this forum at this moment. We are in a time and a space where the most concern is of our senior citizens, and you both of you have been part of it and taking great care in this particular line. I would like you to enlighten us at this moment. Your involvement in this field, in this area, how we can support strength, energy.
More because of the concern that I personally felt when I saw old people of my age very lonesome and with nothing to do, as it were, and no one to help them out with their little problems and so forth. And I felt that I myself am neither lonesome nor feel out of place anywhere, because I have something to do and something to think of. So this concern I shared with some friends, with 10 others, 9 others, so we were 10 people, and these 10 elderly people who are lonesome and who need some kind of assistance or visit or the other, and we will thus make a little contribution to the happiness of elderly people in our city. So in this way, in a very simple way, we started reaching out, as it were, to the elderly. Then, the saga continues. The International Year of the Elderly, 1999, Principal of St. Agnes College said, how will we help you, collaborate with you in this work? And I suggested a survey, and they did it in a very simple way. There were, say, 300 students contacting 10 elderly people on 4 simple areas of concern. One is health, the other is economic concern, then social situation, and any other problem. On 4 areas, they made what we might call just not even a random, it is a haphazard survey, but it brought results, because 300 students going down the lane for 10 meant we got 3,000 responses. And that is something that really helped us to trigger off the geriatric training program and other little programs, the helpline for the elderly and such other services. We were able to start on account of this survey and the results that it yielded. And we then realized how the elderly are really in a different world and neglected in one way or another, especially with the breakup of the joint family system, relations so far, traveling wide distances, being in other continents. All this has an effect on the elderly people more than anyone else. We may think it's the children and the young people, but the old people are the ones voiceless and unheard, not looked after, and they are the ones who are really the silent sufferers. So this kind of triggered off various services. Now Dr. Prabhadikari, 100 times more to say.
I don't think
1,000 times more.
100 times more to say. But I can say my interest in senior citizens started when we started looking after inmates of a home for the aged, that is Abhayashraya. Inmates were brought to a hospital, the sick ones, around 60 of them were brought to a hospital, and we made a separate ward for them. They were very sick. We sent them back to ashram, they would come back again. So we decided to keep them in our own premises, and they all got better and they became active. So we started keeping them busy the whole day. Started an exercise program for them. Then some of them who were little active, we found out what their interests are, and we made them do something in the hospital. There was a teacher who had come from a government school. She was so happy when we gave her the job of teaching these inmates. Most of them were illiterate. We gave our children's school books, and she would read it out to them, make them write, and some of them came up to 8th standard actually, the syllabus. That was something fantastic, and even the ones who couldn't write, at least they would write 0, 0, 0, 0. And they would feel very happy because they had a notebook and they could write. So that taught us that if you keep them busy, they'll be very happy. So there was a schedule from morning till evening. They couldn't rest. Although they were patients, they were not allowed to lie on the bed. So that taught us that if we keep them busy and active, they will be healthy. So then we started in the year 2003 a center for people who are staying at home, a daycare center we started, where we thought we'll keep them busy at least for half a day. So again we started with the program of exercise with the help of the physiotherapy department. So morning everybody would come and meet for exercise, and the exercise program would run for about 1 hour or 1.5 hours, and later on we kept them occupied with sometimes some educative lectures. Initially we started with health lectures, so that every day there would be a specialist who would address them, and they would know health concerns of the elderly people through those doctors, even psychologists, everybody participated in that, and that was very good. And then we thought, why not we use the expertise of the senior citizens, and we just checked what they want to talk about, and we arranged for lectures by these seniors. So all this kept them very happy, active. Their diseases did not progress, they started improving, and they stopped coming to me. Like I had, most of them were my patients, and they would probably come every week to my OPD with that problem or the other. And I was not able to accept new patients because these people would just clog my OPD. They stopped coming to my OPD. Now they don't see me at all because we have arranged for health check, everything there itself. So they just come to these centers. So around 500 members are there who come at least serially for exercise. If not every day, they come, go back, those kinds of things. We called it as KMC Ashraya then. Now we renamed it as Nava Chaitanya after 10 years. Because they are all so enthusiastic and energetic that we don't think the word Ashraya should be given to them. Because they can give now Ashraya to others. They become so energetic. Then we replicated the same program in our Bijay campus where we had a yoga based program. Started off with yoga there and then added exercise to it. And there mostly women started coming because that was an evening group. They are a very happy group, 150 members are there. So slowly we started replicating this program, and now in the city we have around 8 centers which are active.
Senior citizens can benefit something. We know some friends or something we can write. There's no harm in publishing the news. Someone can pick it up from there. So I just felt that it's not just Alzheimer's, but I'm feeling really happy to.
I have another question, or not question, something more to ask you. Now students are placed in this Viswas Trust. I don't know whether with Dr. Prabha also, for that I am not sure, but at least here we have students from different colleges. What could be the contributing factor where we motivate our students to work in this particular line, like training our students, training all social work students?
Today's students of social work are very poorly motivated. I don't know, Celine, we request her to give a conference every week. She knows. Lidwin is the one also directly supervises them, and we also know what kind of cases come to the head, because we have a helpline at the police station. We had started it in 2005, then government started funding after 2 years, and so we got placed at the police station. It was supposed to be at the SP's office, and Lidwin is in charge there. Now the cases that come, the way the old people are really let down and suffering. Now to get students interested in that, the colleges also have to cooperate, and I must say that today's colleges of social work are not really aware of the responsibility they take when they start a social work training program. See, if you start a medical training program, now you know that you are with human lives, and therefore they have to be very serious about their studies. The same way social work students are dealing with human lives, the human persons, and therefore they have to be very serious about their work. But today it is really going down. Maybe Lisbon will tell 1 or 2 cases, or Celine wants to say.
See, anything to do with mental and deep emotional problems, we cannot give to the first year children.
They should be from the specialization.
Yes, they are a little more mature.
They should be mature.
3 or 4 colleges, although we tell them ours is a small association, we don't have, but they still keep sending, and we try our best. Now Lidwin has at helpline so many cases. Then Celine comes once a week to give them a conference, to get them together in a conference. So we try somehow to build them up and motivate them, but